right, speculators, we're going to get started here on our afternoon session for a fun day, Fed day kind of thing. Should be broadcasting over there on YouTube as well. So as soon as I see that come up, I'll verify that we're live and cooking with gas on YouTube. For anyone who's here in the room, can I get a quick one for picture and sound? Thank you, Todd T. Appreciate it. All right, not a whole lot to report as expected. Not a whole lot happened while we were gone. My Kerpos is essentially both kind of long and short the Nasdaq, long in a couple demo accounts and then short in a couple live accounts. So a little bit of a mixed bag. Ideally, we'll get some pop up to the opening sessions range. We'll see what happens up there. One thing that I wanted to point out is that gold is a little torqued here for a potential bigger move than, it's been sitting in this kind of range after the big drop. It's fallen a good 100, 120 points from some recent highs. So let's see if gold can come down there and make a double bottom. We also are inside day now, so quick review here. We're bull continuation pattern inside day. Targets for shorts, or where I would be looking for, is prior sessions VPOC 4680 spot quarter, and we shall see. I'd be surprised if all the way through the policy session this whole thing was a snore. Remember, we have not even put in a third ATR. We're still at 12.5 points. So you could call it torqued or coiled or whatever, but we should likely get a little bit more movement here. I'm long the Dow Jones. I got an ad there at 36,899, which is prior sessions VPOC. Let me just see if YouTube's up and rocking and rolling here. One momento. Looks like it should be. Is anyone both in the room and over there? It says I'm streaming live on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we should be. Let me come over here, make sure I can just mute this. Okay, great. Thanks. Mute that. All right, so we should be good over there. Awesome. One of the things that I always talk about when I'm streaming over on YouTube is if you're doing to end up having interest in finding out more about what we do offer a 2-week trial. You can get in for free if you use code SAVE10. So it'll give you access to a lot more than what you're doing just here. Currently, there's a credit card form on this, but it doesn't charge anything, or you don't have to cancel anything or anything like that. So if you're interested over there, and you can use the code SAVE10 if you don't want to even pay the $10. $10 does go towards microloans using a platform called Kiva. So if you want to help an entrepreneur, pay the $10. If it's a stretch for you, don't do it. And then it's like walking in the middle of a movie. So there's an awful lot going on here. So at the request of TopStep, I finally decided to do one of their programs. I'm using TopStep X, which is their web-based platform that's essentially, the charting is all TradingView. So we got this going on. We got our trade of 8s through Apex. These are 5 funded accounts. I'm using the account grouping here. So there's an account group function on Trade of 8 that allows you to copy trades directly in the platform. It's not the best trade copier out there, but it's really the only one for Trade of 8 directly. Question I'm asked all the time is, can you trade copy or do anything from TradingView? The answer is no. So let me bring TradingView over here. I just added 2 new screens to my bring TradingView over here. So you can copy trades from Trade of 8 to TradingView, but the problem is TradingView only supports the concept of one account at a time. So you can't really use the copier. So unfortunately, no. And then on NinjaTrader, we use something called Flowbots, which is a trade copier from, Replicano, which is a trade copier from Flowbots. I can't comment on how different or better it is than the trade copier from Apex because I haven't used the trade copier from Apex, but the trade copier from Apex used to be Flowbots. So I don't know how much they've changed it or if they dumped the code and wrote their own one entirely. If you know, you can comment on the chat if you're aware of how that works. And then there's a combination of some live swing accounts that are also kind of the TDG way. So over here, so again, there's just a lot going on. So this is going to be a combination of prop trading and live trading. Funded prop, if you want to call that live. I don't know. Everyone gets a little specific with all these various things. And today, if it's really slow after the number, I'll just do a little teaching on the stay in your lane, which is this strategy right over here. And on Ninja, it looks like this. On Ninja, we use these modified Renkos called Ninja Renkos. Again, you can get access to these Ninja Renkos for free, as well as instructions on how to import them into Ninja. In fact, you can get this entire workspace for Ninja if you want, if you're on the trial. If I turn my mic up a shade. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. Thank you. Sometimes I breathe too heavily into it. I get feedback on that. Or if I go like this and this, got to talk right into this sucker. If I started a podcast eventually, probably I'd get better at this. All right, so now the question is, where do I find that? Let me find this. I know I can find it. Unfortunately, the mic is all the way turned up. So let me go over here and see if that's for sound. Input device is this. Let me turn this up. Here we go. I don't know if that makes any difference. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. You can turn up your mic as well. Maybe that helps. Testing 1, 2, 3. For those of members that are over on in the trade room, is it all okay? I sound good, loud and clear. Okay. So over there on YouTube, I don't know. Turn up your sound a little bit if you want. I think that there's a volume thing on YouTube as well. I'm sure you guys all know that. All right. Okay. Back to the task at hand. We have about 15 minutes left before the policy statement. And the most important thing going into this is the temper and speed of the morning, which is there are two things that are very, very important in trading. In fact, the only two things that matter, which is volatility and volume. Thank goodness we're starting to hear a lot of talk about volume and not those dumb little volume bars that you see at the bottom of a stock chart, but really volume profile, various types of volume profile, and looking at volume over time and volume over price. But one thing I don't hear talked about a lot, and it's so beneficial in the futures markets, is volatility. And you often hear volatility as measured by the VIX. The VIX is essentially useless for most trading. It's only measuring the front month puts and calls for the SPX. I mean, who cares unless you trade that? So what we want to do is look at the volatility for each individual instrument that we trade, and I use a 7-day ATR. And I use it set to a 23-hour period. So what you got going on here, and I apologize, I know this is a repeat for everybody that's in the room, but this is an important point to re-emphasize, which is the validity, if you will. I don't know if validity is the right word, but a major factor that you need to consider when you decide whether you want to be having any faith or belief in these lines, these magic lines. These strategies are essentially mean reversion and range trading strategies, which means that we're looking for price to stay contained within 2 standard deviations. So for instance, on the Dow, since it's a smaller instrument, let me go ahead and just rest some orders. So I'll be buying there and selling here. And I feel comfortable resting those right into the number. When I say the number, the policy statement, as you know, whatever they end up saying, no change, which is what everyone's going to say, what they're going to say. So you get the no change, and we'll see if we get any volatility in the, any movement in the Dow Jones. Now, on this particular day, these lines are a little ways from price, but they're not as useful as on days in which we have more volatility that has, or more range that has. I use these terms interchangeably. A lot of the time when you hear about volatility, everyone thinks they confuse that for speed, how quick the market's really moving. we don't really have volatility until we get expansion beyond the expected range for the session. And today we are well within the expected range for the session. So let me switch over to the S&P, which would be a little bit better to look at. So on the S&P, price is still contained within 2 standard deviations of VWAP. It's at the lower end of the range, as you can see. But the problem with these lines here, and the reason that I would not be resting what we would call a -2, 2 standard deviations from VWAP 46.97 long, or a 47.08 short, is that this number right here is 39, and this number right here is 12. So what we're looking for is at least 50% ATR, and on most days we would have 80 to 100% ATR by this time of the trading session. The market would have moved very close to full expected range. So for instance, yesterday from the low of 46.62 to the close of around 47.04, you can do the math, right? That's a little over 100%. It's greater than 39, right? So we got full range there. We got it in the NASDAQ, of course, as well. A low of 396 all the way up to 16,608, which, by the way, did we not nail that entirely, right? So what do we say? Ding, ding, ding. MNQ to ROP high. That stands for our rule of projection high. Okay, so that's about it going into this print here, which is that for most traders, including myself, I'm either completely flat with no resting orders. A lot of people, including myself, have some challenges trading FOMCs. It's just a little wild. I believe that given the profile of what's happened with rates over the last couple Fed meetings, the potential for it to be on the wild side is lower. Also, we have some seasonality, and we do have volatility, and range is very, very low. So Sam's over there saying that we have 50% on the Russell, which we do. The Russell's actually moved into what we would call our bid zone. So the Russell's down inside of our bid zone. It's traded almost 20 points, and you got 32. So yeah, more than 50% ATR, which means that our volatility bands here, as you can see, it's expanded so much it's outside the range. Okay, so this super narrow overnight range has led to range expansion without the volatility bands really adjusting. So in every way, shape, or form, you should be able to avoid longs here until you learn that there's just no way to take a long or a short when you have this low of a range. You just stay away, and instead you'd switch over to this chart right here that would show that we're right in a bid zone. So this is actually a long here. So let me go ahead and I am resting along there. I'll get a little longer here. I'll try to see if we can catch that triple bottom test of like 1890 on those wicks there. Thank you, Sam, for pointing that out. All right, and we have something over here. Apex Trade Copier allows you to execute trades from TradeAvate account directly in TradingView. You can do that on any trade copier from Ninja, by the way. So that's not different. Okay. You can trade across other. Thank you for putting that in there. That's not really different than any other rhythmic CQG copier. So that exists elsewhere. You can do that with Flowbots as well. What I was pointing out is the trade is in TradingView, but since TradingView only supports the concept of it gets into TradingView when you're connected to TradeAvate on TradingView. But if you had, like, for instance, as an example, if why don't I just go ahead and do it? Let me cancel these orders here. Boom, boom. Okay, we'll cancel those and make sure we have no working orders before we log out here. And then if I log into Apex, for instance, Error failed. TradingView has not been enabled. Edit your account. Okay, so I have not logged into this in a while, so what I have to do, how much time do I have? 5 minutes? I'm not going to do it right now. We're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. All right, so we're going to go, no, I don't want to do that. Yes, I want to do this. Here we go. So let's log back into this account. What I was going to show is that there's no way to have essentially this view in TradingView. See this? So all you're going to, if I replicated a trade across all these accounts, there's no way to see them across all the trade of 8. But thank you for pointing out what the what it does. That's much appreciated. All right, getting a little bit of movement here ahead of the actual statement. I'm going to go ahead and take one here. Again, we got these really narrow ranges. Looks like I hit a target at the 34 right here. There you go. This blue line right here is a 34 EMA. Unfortunately, on this top step X, they don't allow you to, you only have the choice of these indicators. So there's no Pine script or anything enabled on here where you can import or do any sort of custom indicator. If there is, I'm unaware of it. I just started using this thing and it sucks, but it could potentially suck because I haven't really learned it enough. But I've been trading 30 years and I can tell you this thing kind of sucks. No one would trade big serious money on this thing. It's laggy and pretty crappy. But anyway, it's good they have their own platform, and it would be nice if they opened up the TradingView thing a little bit more. But anyway, this is a 34 EMA. And other than that, you can see this chart's pretty naked, so you can call it pure price action or what have you. I should have no working orders over here, but apparently I do. So let me make sure I cancel that. I want to be flat on a couple platforms so I can just watch and manage over here. Okay, I'm going to lighten my exposure here a little bit. And then go ahead and buy a new low. This is about as simple as it gets on stay in your lane. Swing was right there, 76. Yeah, I just like about 6 points. Why 6 points? Because I said so. Question over on YouTube. Given the risk parameters of 10% daily risk budget, which would be $150 on a $1,500 account, how long does it take to pass? Can anyone over in the trade room tell the answer? What's my answer? It's 2 words. You guys know. You guys know. That's correct. It depends. Yeah. No. So real steel hammer, the challenge with all those things, and they fall into this broad category, right? I put them even in the category of show me your statements. I love this show me your statements. If I'm going to have anything to do with you, Rod, show me your statements. I have so many accounts and so many statements. I could show you ones that look really good and ones that don't look so good. Most of them look pretty good. A lot of them are hundreds of times more money than you would probably be trading with, so that's meaningless as well. So the answer, the reason is it depends, is because that would be a lot like asking a trainer, if you come into the gym with an average level of fitness, how long it will take until you can bench press 225 10 times. I mean, it's kind of an unanswerable question, right? Skill levels will vary. But what I can tell you is that this method of acorns to oak trees and trading micros in these small prop accounts, and they're all small. Right on the screen, I have a $300,000 prop account here. This balance is 307,761. So the balance of that account is 7,763. All right, one more minute. So it's a small account. So there is no other way than trading micros. You have to trade micros. If you do it another way, you can have a fleeting amount of success. You can pass a program pretty quickly. So good question. I would say it depends. And rather than trying to calculate how long it takes to get through an evaluation, I would say, how long can you go without ever violating that risk budget? Can you go 5 days, 10 days, a month? If you never violate the risk budget, in other words, never have a session in which you lose more than $150, I don't care if you close it at 149.50 every single time and you hit the close button. Okay, there's a nice little pop. Okay, so I was long, I am long here, and I'll sell another one. I'm now short the short calls in the ZN. Pretty decent move there. Now over here on, I do have more going on that I would like to have, which is just sort of a byproduct of what we got going on here. But right here we hit all targets there on the long NASDAQ on Top Step, so that's kind of good. So let me make sure I have no more working orders. I don't, so we're good there. We should have no working orders here, so we're okay. So now I can just sort of concentrate my attention on this this right here, which is not ideal because now I'm somehow short here. Yeah. That's a little too close to price. I didn't go and check all my positions, but see if we can get a little move back down to VWAP. I doubt it. Our rule of projection high is a lot higher right now today. I'm going to sell another one of these, though, here on this. Nice pop from the ZB as well. ZB up to basically 121s. ZN up to 111, 150s. Oh, see, this is, I have an ES in here. Yeah, sorry, I didn't go and check all this stuff. This is a little ridiculous now. So I have to close that because I didn't know about it. This count's now down $1,000, which is still within the risk budget, but got too much going on here. Crude oil short. How do I have a crude oil short? I guess I do. Let's close that. I like my fill price on the short call though. That's a good fill price, and I'm gonna close this here. Or I'm gonna run a sell stop pretty close to price. Then we can go and work some orders down here if we get there. Yeah, this 700 bucks I lost 650 of it on one short S&P that I did not know there was an order there. It's okay. We'll turn this frown around. We did good on the funny money over here. This is good funny money. All right, so this account is at 100,518. The problem with Top Step, you need five $200 days to get a payout. Gang, none of those things are really problems. So I know we can be critical of the nature of some of these programs, but it's like the golden age right now of trading. The fact that you can have all these demo accounts, and even at Top Step now have 3 of them and get paid out on a demo account, and the cost to get access to the data and stuff is so damn cheap. It's just a great situation. So regardless of what the payout policies are, or even the rules, and now the rules have even become far more lax, you should be able to navigate pretty well within the framework there. Could use the ZN coming in a little bit. Would be nice. There's really not a trade in here at the present moment. I don't know why this... Okay, so we have a level up there at 669.75. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have the... let me close this. I don't know why this is going on now. I'm really not supposed to be short here. Order filled. So we'll look for the same move down to VWAP. Order submitted. Now we can trade the same level here. Order submitted. So what just happened there is what I would call just a graceful exit, or what we call in our group graceful exits, which is just a trade that essentially quickly went against you. You're just going into scratch mode. And scratch mode doesn't even mean scratch. It simply means you get any kind of move back in your favor and you just take it. All right, so do we have... So the S&P just hit R2 of 47.27.5. There is a press conference today, right? So it'll be in about 23 minutes or something. I think there's a press conference today. Order submitted. Order filled. Okay, cool. I think at this point, if you're not, I mean, I'm wrong all the time. What was our ROP today, you guys? What's our ROP high? Let me just go find the doc. Sorry. All right, here we go. Man, I got a lot of horsepower on this machine, and even it is starting to move slowly. I got too much shit on it. Okay, so NASDAQ is going to be 6616 16685. Yeah, that's where we are. So where this level was just a rounding number right below that. So that's our 16685. There you go. There's our ROP high. We've hit ROP high, two days in a row. I was saying the other day, I was looking at the NASDAQ. I'm sure you guys looked at the same thing. In 48 days, not even trading sessions, in 48 days, the NASDAQ's rallied 17% in 48 days. So don't get caught on the wrong side of history, ladies and gentlemen. Nice move for the Dow. So what we would call this, everyone in our room knows, these are called outside day ups, where price is trading above the prior session high. There's really nothing you can do with it. It's like a no touch. So it's just a stay away. I don't have any like breakout trades where you'd have a buy stop at the session high there. Obviously, that's worked out for about 20 points now. So if you have a strategy that does that, that's great. The challenge with those breakout strategies is they just don't happen very often. But if you're going to trade them, you might as well trade them on days where there's a catalyst of some kind that could get you that move. So how do you journal multiple performance and evaluation accounts? So that's a good question. I use TraderView, but I'm not journaling multiple ones. So as an example, what I decided to do to get back into this is, so I use TraderView, and with TraderView, you can import trades from all kinds of platforms, Trade-Evate, NinjaTrader, Interactive, every platform out there, like everything out there. So, and it gives you instructions on how to import all your trades. So you can import them from anywhere. My take is on multiple accounts. I know when people are trading multiple accounts, they're not always keeping them completely in sync. I generally tend to keep mine completely in sync. So for instance, the balance here on these is 25,725. So they're all in sync. So what I do is I just import one of them, and that is all I need to do. And then I just know that this number is, 4502 times 5, or 7933 times 5, right? Or $14.86 times 5, 4750 times 5. So I guess you can also see the theme developing here, which is that now I know I'm different. Not everyone's going to be as patient as me, but I'm just trying to show the TDG way in terms of what's possible. Come on up to Butthead. So B-day trading, hopefully that answers. Like for me, I just don't do it. What you could do is, if you had an account, obviously at 2 or 3 different firms, just track one account from each firm, Then another thing that I do is I'll only choose to journal like a really juicy, important trade, generally a loss. Some loss is what I rather journal and journal about. So if I'm trying to journal a loss, I have to have losses, and the problem is I'm not going to probably have many losses at all in this trading this small in this account. Okay, so the S&P is right on a new high. We're in the zombie part of this session, given the fact that we got to wait for the press conference to come out. My understanding is the initial reaction is not only to the policy, but there's a statement of some kind released, and there's a statement released, and it crawls the whole statement, right? And that's why you see this kind of reaction. But what the computers can't know ahead of time is exactly all the questions that the chairman's going to be asked and exactly how he's going to answer them. So that leads to the second round of the roller coaster ride. Our ROP for let's just keep this thing up. ROP, by the way, stands for rule of projection, and for the MES, it's going to be 47.20. So we're there as well. So we are beyond our ROPs for we're trading 37.2s in the Dow. So everything is broken out, and that's a result of a narrower range there. So I expected this one to really be a snore fest, but so far it hasn't been. It's been decent movement, but as I said before when I started the broadcast, we were pretty coiled. So when you're coiled like that, it's not unexpected. What happened with Bitcoin? Look at that. Bitcoin back up to just shy of 43,000. Gold. So popping gold of about $25, something like that. Not bad. This is a clear bid zone down here in gold if you just connect these two prior session lows. So you got that right there. And we almost got down to that S1 pivot. Yeah, a little bit of a buying frenzy. I don't see any real opportunities for tactical shorts of any kind. You should not be short in here. If you're gonna be short, I would look to short new highs. So that's how I'm going to add one here on a new high right there if we get there. They haven't backed off at all, and they keep hitting the bid on the 10-year, and I mean they're hitting it pretty hard. It's consistently 4-1. Well, it just flipped as I said that, but we keep rates down like that, and everything should stay inflated for the rest of the session. So unless anything Powell says really gets this ZN to drop, we're probably going to see a correlated move higher for the NASDAQ, S&P, everything. So Russell also. So everything just a big move for everything. It's perfect. This morning we talked about the Russell being the one that was inside day and now just made it to outside day. But I was saying that this was look at this line in the sand here of 1905. Back to back days where that's the VPOC. Blowing through it, obviously very low volume now on this move up, but held the bid zone, and we went from bid zone all the way to offer zone. All right, let me see over here. Got to even hit that sucker there. Please, please, please resist the temptation to short here. Just look for a meaningful break lower before you start doing that, and then you can potentially look for it. But there are no ads when you're outside this line here. Okay, there's no initiating new shorts other than what I'm doing, which is selling a new high by, it's supposed to be 6 points, so let's make it 6 points. So there's a new high by 6 points. If you end up selling new session highs or buying new session lows, the further outside day up it is, the better. I would define a meaningful break. Good, it's a great question. So Phil's asking how I would define a meaningful break lower. We'd have to touch VWAP. So you'd have to go all the way to VWAP, and then you can look to short a retest of the highs. But we have to get all the way down to VWAP. So question on pairs trading. Not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of hedging on purpose or pair trading or anything like that. We talked a little bit this morning in our trade room about span margin. But there'll often be times in which I am long and short to CME stock index products, but I am in a way that is just a result of getting in each individual position individually. Okay, so there's a new high there for the NASDAQ. So I wouldn't do it on purpose. Okay, so she switched it to 130. Okay, that's good. Were we talking today? Is this a new all-time high on the NASDAQ? We got to be close. We said that the S&P was 40. What was it? 4808 or something. 4808s. So we have some more room to go on the S&P, but I think the NASDAQ's at a all-time high. All-time high. Right. So Green Trades is saying he will read the minutes just released. Yeah. So he'll read the minutes and then he opens it up to questions. But the market has already anticipated, well, it's already reacted to exactly how it reads those. So I would say it's dovish, right? I don't know what else how else you would interpret this price action other than dovish. Dovish, bullish for everything. How do you get those dots on TradingView to stay active? Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know what dots on TradingView. You mean this line here that's showing the plus 2s and minus 2s, these dots? So you click on the style and then you click on this here and then you click price line. No hit one of the candles. I don't know what that means. But if you want a line like that, you just turn on the price line and it will make a line like that. The dots on TV to stay active. I don't know exactly what you're asking, so please, 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 please use all Fed opportunities and really all opportunities from now through the rest of time to get all fundamental stuff out of your head and all that nonsense about this, that, or the other, or the new iPhone does this, or NVIDIA is going to take over that, or all this bullshit that you hear. It's just the entire market is just like, you know how a lot of food is a vehicle for cheese? You put like cheese spread or cheese on anything, it's just better. That's all the market is. It's just a vehicle for money. It just slather it all over the place. And yes, there's some rotations, and yes, there's all these things, but there's an infinite amount of money, infinite now, and it can roll over anything. So hopefully you can get yourself into a point where days like this don't matter at all. If you're long, great. If you're not in a position, don't do anything. But we're getting pretty close to some shortable levels for me, just with some small size. I'm going to come in here short. Just a thin little wafer. Just a thin little wafer. All right, any other questions over here? Are you trading NinjaTrader with Rhythmic or something else? So I have 3 or 4 connections to NinjaTrader. So I connect to Interactive Brokers using the API. I connect to. So here's another Graceful exit. Remember, I'm not looking to try to win on this trade. It's been a loser the whole time. 720, another 6 or 7 points.
Order submitted.
But I'm going to put on a master class over here on how you can be basically short and wrong on every single re-entry. In other words, every time I'm shorting it, it goes higher. But I take every retracement in my favor. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trading with only a target without a stop, but I'm using the market dynamics to manage my risk and stay in a core short position. Not because I'm believe that we're going to get a really great short entry here, but if you allow yourself to constantly within a risk budget pick tops. Now, how will this not work out? There's a very low chance it will, but the way it could work out is eventually you catch a reversal of some point there. This is the only thing you can be doing unless doing nothing. But Rod, if I just bought this little pullback, okay, yeah, you could keep buying these pullbacks, but when you're doing so outside of range, it's a very low probability. All right, to answer the rest of that question, I have a Rhythmic connection to Ninja CQG, a custom proprietary data feed that we worked out with Ninja when they used to like me, and then also Rhythmic, so connected all over the place. So a lot of people confuse multi-broker Ninja connection with what it really is, which is multi-data feed connection, but you can only be connected to one data feed at a time through the platform, which is the reason that you can't log into Rhythmic through Ninja for Apex, and then also for Elite Trader Funding, and then also for Top Step, and then also for another one. You can only have one instance of Ninja running at a time anyway. But there are some virtual private servers. I use a couple different companies, and we've even found out in our trade group that there are some that allow you to virtualize them. So you could have a virtual machine, multiple virtual machines, so you could run multiple instances of Ninja. All that is so deep into the pool. The first goal is to achieve what we're achieving here, which is this. Obviously getting funded, but doing this, taking payouts. Taking payouts. Taking payouts. Okay? That's what it's about, everybody over there on YouTube, or anyone who's on trial that's watching what's going on here. This is how it works. Okay, we have 1 more minute till he takes the stage there. I don't have the volume up on Bloomberg or CNBC or whatever, so I'll just watch the markets and we'll see if we see any kind of meaningful reaction. Here he comes. Here he comes, walking down the street. Hey, Alexa, what's the notification? Alexa, what's the notification?
Roderick, there's one new notification from your follow updates. Raiders undecided on starting quarterback versus Chargers. Do you want to hear more about this?
No. I don't want to ever hear anything about the Raiders ever again. I'm done. I'm done. I'm never betting another dime on the Raiders. I don't know if I'm ever going to another Raider game. Get this crappy rookie quarterback. Had a couple little bit of success. We've got a guy we paid $17 million. We don't even bring him in for one series. It's just the worst team, the worst managed team. There's a little move. There's a little move. So remember, Phil asked what a meaningful move would be. A meaningful move would be a move down to VWAP. So let's see if we get a meaningful move. It's a lot like, you guys know the difference between a friend and a good friend? So a friend's going to help you move. A good friend will help you move a body. So I always say, hey, call me when you need a good friend, not when you need someone to help you to move. You can use Ninja Trader on Mac. You just have to use an emulator of some kind. We have a lot of traders that trade Ninja Trader on Mac. Just have to. What's Mac? Friends don't let friends trade on Macs. I mean, I have no idea why people trade on Macs. The trading world is a Windows world. I hate to tell you, it's a Windows world. The trading world is a Windows world. That being said, I think I have an article over here on somebody help me with this because I don't have a Mac. But if you go over to here, it's called Parallels, right? And there's another one. What else is it called? Here you go. You go to, let's type in Mac. I have the world's greatest help library too. Can I run Ninja Trader on Mac? The answer is no. But here is, you can use VMware Fusion. I don't know what the hell that is. And Apple Boot Camp. And I know there's something else called Parallels. So you can, everyone that uses a Mac, I assume, knows that you can run Windows software on a Mac. You just have to be a little technical. So you're looking for it to come down to VWAP and then looking to short if it goes back up to S2. That is correct. If we go down to VWAP, then that makes +2s a viable entry again, but not now. You see, we can't even get into the offer zone. We can't even get into the offer zone. The S&P keeps making new highs. But the entire time, my plan is to just lose less money on this short. That's my plan, if I have a plan. Does gold come off at all? A little bit. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll get everything to scream higher for you. So we'll do a little short here.
Order filled.
Just a little taste.
Order filled.
And then now I'm going to trail a sell stop up here. Don't do this at home because we're going to go up and make a new high. Here comes a new high. New high. Come on, we'll get a 3-lot on.
Order filled.
Well, there's quite a question. I'll answer that one in just a second. So now this NASDAQ short is 100% in what we would call graceful exit mode. So I just need the first retracement that you get there. We're now from 638s, we're 100 points above the ROP high. The Russell doing it as well. It's going to be very hard to find any sellers in here, because how do you find any sellers when how do you find sellers when it's end of the year? They all have to buy. Everyone's got to have Nvidia on their books, and Apple on their books. What's Apple at? 250? Who knows? No, just up to 196. Awesome, BK. Passed 2 more and total of 8 funded accounts in the last 3 weeks. Awesome. Now the next step is we have to get slow and steady to the payouts. We need to get to the payouts. Even gold ripping a new one. All right. Waited long enough. It's time to, by the way, let me grab you this article if you need it. I'll put it over here on YouTube. Okay, there we go. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to hit this here.
Order filled.
And hit this.
Order filled.
There we go. Can't see that working out. These are just totally, look at this volume in here. Couple levels with 1 contract traded. This is tripping over themselves to get long. Tripping over themselves. All right. So let's just watch the S&P here. All righty. At least the S&P has a little bit of volume in it. Can use Plus ones just below 16.7 as a target. So policymakers do not want to take possibility of future hikes off the table. Market, you know what the market's saying to that? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. You talking some bullshit. All right. Let's see here. This question, which day traders served as your role models in the early days? None. It's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. And who do you respect to and who do you respect today fueling the belief and feasibility of day trading? Me. No, honestly, it's our community. It's the fact that we have, look, there's a lot of Discord channels and things with, you know, big old numbers and fleeting this and fleeting that. And yes, we still have talk in here of people getting frustrated or blowing up accounts or losing PAs. It's still happening, but it's happening with a lot less frequency. So the question over on YouTube is, who do you respect for fueling your belief in the feasibility of day trading? Well, it helps that I made $1 million last year day trading, so it's feasible. This isn't going well. So as I said, you keep shorting new highs. The way you get hurt is if it keeps making new highs. But it's all under control. What's ripping my face off now is my short 111 short calls. That is now on 20 of them. I am down, $11,000 on the options for today. So that's not ideal. I'm going to wake up short 20 at 111. So that ain't good. All right. What a surprise. We did not manage to pick the absolute top here yet. We did not manage to pick the top. Maybe 351s will be the top. Right now, the top over here is, look at this ZN. I mean, mother effer. Come on. This is some buying in here. 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. It's like, give us all. We need it all. Another new high with a Nazi. Another new high with the Nazi. All right, now definitely don't do this at home, but at this point, I'm just going to add a little here. Put one on here. So now we're short the world here. And look how much we have to scroll up to get to price on this ladder. God dang. There we go. So we got 768s, and it's already ripped above that. Oh my goodness. How did that happen?
Order filled.
Oh, we got one winner. If you wait long enough, you can eventually. So now new highs plus 7 points would be, I'm going to go 10 points because it's just that kind of day. So we'll go 787. Why am I not gracefully exiting over here? Just bad trading because I got too much going on. Look at how quick those gracefully exits. How quick those graceful exits happened. What did I get filled on? Oh, new high on the Dow? There you go, baby. New high on the Dow. Calm down a little bit. Come on. S&P 4750 quarter. 6-point new high there would be 66 half. There we go. I don't really have the risk budget to be doing what I'm doing here, but I'm feeling frisky. Yeah, we got some breakout trades now. Bump, 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 bump. All right, let's watch this over here because this is real and this is painful over here. I need to start actually trading the account that matters. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep.
Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, we'll just watch right over here. We have some much better prices here. Dow Jones 37,311. Someone said the previous high 832. Yep, so we kind of blew through that. Really doesn't look like we're going to get a single meaningful. How much longer is he going to talk for? What you talking about, Willis?
Order canceled.
Oh, I got to tell you, this ZN move, it is a little bit more pronounced than I would have liked. Yeah, that's going to leave a mark. How in the world do we not have an extreme turn sell on this? I don't know how that's possible. How do we not have an extreme turn tell? What's our record? Whatever. How did we ever win 8? It's a miracle. How did we ever win 8? One of the more unique contracts. Yes, we talked about Otani over here. I'm sure you guys have seen the Otani news, but when they delve deeper into this contract, it is kind of fascinating. There's been some that have sort of been like this, but basically the gist is it's 680 million of the 700 million is deferred. So he's going to get paid $2 million a year. Word is he makes between 50 and 75 million a year in endorsements, so he'll be all right. We're not stopping there because the Dodgers have no pitching staff. If Buehler gets hurt again, we literally have no pitching staff. I don't think we have a single starting pitcher that I can point to. Like what starting pitching do we have? Look at the buying pressure underneath the market on every sell. You guys see this? Everyone should see this. For now, I mean, the buying pressure underneath the market here is so pronounced. Look at those swing levels there. They're just hammering that. All right, checking over on YouTube. Are there other well-known day traders aside? So the question: are there other well-known day traders aside from yourself? Well, I'm focused on the futures market, and I've done a video on my YouTube channel of other futures traders or futures channels that I think are worth checking out. And not all of them are, I would say, respect their strategies. I respect their content. The other thing is that you got to understand. I mean, I'm now laser focused on these programs, and these programs are very unique. I'm going to get bigger here because this is getting ridiculous. I'm going to sell another new high. 85. So we're probably going, who knows where we're going to stop? Maybe nowhere. You can't be short here, the NASDAQ. Please don't be short here, the NASDAQ. You cannot be short here, the NASDAQ. Why can't you? Because we have not gotten a pullback to anywhere inside any range that makes selling new highs make sense. So don't do this at home, kids. Oh, I'm never going to show these other accounts, but I'm very tempted to. So you could see that, it does cut both ways. It definitely cuts both ways. We're now down 16,000 on the one, because that's a full point times 20 contracts, and I didn't bring in a full point in premium. And the ZN is now trading 112 spot 010s, which is great up here, 112.05s. Fantastic. You want to talk about adaptation, gang? There was a time back in the day, I don't know when it was, when you used to trade ZN ES inverse. They were a nice inverse kind of hedge. Someone asked about a pairs trade before. Now, since the market is just a vehicle for money, the correlation has gone to 0 and we're all effed. You just got to be right or you're really wrong. Got to be right or wrong. Right or wrong. What do I think about ABT ICT? I don't even know what that is. LMNOQ, Wagyu beef, order flow, cumulative delta divergent factor for area 51. I don't know. Not sure what I think about it. I'm going to stay on the screen for a second because maybe the ZN will go down 6 ticks. Because gosh knows the NASDAQ ain't. Here comes new highs. What do you think of ABT, ICT? Element OP, QR. How many people had to teach their parents how to use a QR code during COVID, so that when it opened up again, you went out to restaurants and no one has a menu anymore? Have to use your. That's what I thought of. I thought of ABT, ICT, QR. Okay, I don't know who that is. If it's Forex, it's stupid, and it's probably Forex. Here we go. New highs. Come to Butthead. Well, it's days like these I won't be able to pay the mortgage. Good thing is I don't have any mortgages. In Bali and Costa Rica, it's all cash, baby. You have to go all cash, so you can't have a mortgage. There we go. There's a new high. There's a toad fry new high. 786. Oh, and more. Oh no. Now, in all seriousness, I have to pay attention over here because this could get a little out of hand. So, yeah, that's at my risk budget. So watch this. See where you have to. I have to buy the market there.
Order filled.
And then see what's going on here. So yeah, we're pretty close. Crushing my soul. All right, I'm going to hold through a little bit more heat there, just a little bit. Just going to hold through a little bit more heat. That YouTube day trader. Okay, I don't know who that is, but we'll figure it out. We're definitely taking heat over here. Top Step X. Okay, we learned earlier how to do this, so we're going to go to the micro S&P, I think. Here we go. Keep making new highs. And then over here, same thing. Get a little short on here finally. Inner Circle Trader. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know much about the Inner Circle Trader. Yeah, that's right. Maybe Elon's gonna sue for calling the thing Top Step X. I'm gonna sue, calling it Top Step X. You can't call it Top Step X. All right, I think I have a graceful exit opportunity here. Did this retrace at all? Oh, we're like that far off the highs. There we go.
Order filled.
The Dows are at the highs. Dows are at the highs. All right. Do I have a position on here? I think I do. I do not. Hell, let's just join the ask here. See how well that works. It didn't. Let's try it again. Hit the join ask button. There we go. Okay. Now maybe that worked. Order filled. Oh, there's a little girl that talks there. Okay, let's do this here. I'm giving everyone permission now to take little shots at this level. I mean, I guess we can always go a lot higher, but let's see. All right, there's our short there. Order filled. All right, cool. All right, keep them coming. Do we have other questions? How's everybody doing? So BK said he passed another one. Is everyone handling this fun stuff okay? NASDAQ up at 16,772s. The problem is that I don't have any NASI. I need the Dow to come in. Where would we be looking for the Dow to go to? Shit, I mean, what do you do with this? What do you possibly do with this? 37 181s? I mean, I guess. Well, we briefly had a profit here. Does anyone want to vote for whether we see VWAP for the rest of the session? We've got 1 hour later. I don't see how we possibly have any meaningful turn until probably like 20 minutes till close. Kind of when they little bit. I'm sure that the market on close orders are like gazillions. 5 billion to buy, baby. Patrick's given a 5% chance of VWAP. I think that's pretty good. I would definitely say that it's like minus. I'd go with minus 650. Big, a 1 in 6 chance. A 1 in 6 chance. I'd be happy to just touch the plus ones. I'd be happy there. Well, kind of getting our ass handed to us over here, too. Just not fun. Are we past the ROPs on everything? We probably are, right? So M2K is the M2K is 1939. We're trading 1964s. The Russell is now up 60 points, 3%. Why not? So again, back to if anyone ever thought anything about fundamentals, it's meaningless. Most of the companies in the Russell lose money, but I guess they can lose less money when they don't have to service as much debt, right? So that's how it all flows together. So that's the reason. It's really just what the algos teach their quants to program into their little machines. The Dow's up at 37,419, so that's well outside the range. Here's the good news, everybody, if there's some good news, is that tomorrow will be a very easy trading day. I think we will be able to trade off of the highs we make today or some kind of range if we end up pulling back a little bit for the rest of today's trading session. I'm going to go with tomorrow being a relatively easy trading session. Less treacherous. I love how they're talking about rate cuts already. I think at one point there was 5 rate cuts priced in for next year. 5 rate cuts priced in for next year. It's quite a lot. All right, so someone gave a 5% chance, Patrick, of NASDAQ hitting VWAP. What do we think is the chances that the ZN closes below 112? Now, this is a tougher market to make. 1%? Oh, come on. It's higher than it closed. There's a better chance that it closes below 112. We're not even at 112. Phil's going with 20%. Each tick costs me right now it's not that bad. Each tick costs me $775. So I would like if it stopped going up. But getting back to where I was talking about is back in the day, if you ever got any kind of volatility like this or range expansion in the treasury markets, which happened occasionally, but nothing like it has over the last couple of years, then you'd be long the S&P. So it'd be, you'd be short the S&P, and the S&P would be going down. Don't bring me down, Bruce. All right, we got to put one right here. See if we ever revisit the +2s again. No, but back to some serious talk for a minute. What's important is recognizing that the reason that there will be days in which the Nasdaq's up 2 or 3% or 1.5%, like it is right now, is up about 1%, almost 1.5%. By the way, it's a total correlated move with everything except for the Russell, and the Russell's about two times in terms of change from close. But plenty of days in which price will be contained still within +2. +2 might even be 60, 80 points away from the +2s. But that is because the range prior to the movement was already established, giving the bands time to adjust. When you have just a pop like this on an FOMC kind of thing, it's not working, because now when I say working, essentially we have been outside for an hour now, right? A full hour. So an hour represents what percentage of 6.5 hours? You know, not a lot, 15%. But it's unusual to spend this much time outside of the range. Nasdaq wants it. Is it going to get there? Come on, just give us one little small victory. Look at that lady. She had bright pink. So right now, gang, there's so much buying pressure below. You can see it on the time and sales. Every little retracement is being hammered. They are hammering the bid. So just stay tuned for that. Finally, a little move in the S&P as we're at 112 spot ones now. So that's not good. All right. Come on. Come to Butthead. Let's take one there. Keep this under control. Under control, baby. You too can be short and offsides and have enough accounts that eventually you can pick the top. And so far in this one, we've gotten close. We're up a whopping $42. A whopping $42. So a question over here. Someone gave a 40% chance. Mike retracted his other. Maybe he made a guess and then he gave another guess. Right now, we're right on the number. We're at 112 on the ZN. Now, we're 112 ZN. Watch this. Don't do this at home. Do not do this at home. Don't do this at home. I guess that's a decent enough pullback. See if we can go back up and make new highs. What was the question? Oh, can we follow you without being a prop firm trading on a smaller account? Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know the reason. So the great thing is that you absolutely can do it with a smaller account because that's what we're teaching here. The TDG way is I have a lot of, not a lot, several $5,000-ish accounts that we're trading this way. That would be, I think, the smallest. You might be able to do it with $2,000 or $2,500. But given that these prop programs, especially like when Apex runs another sale probably some point this month, you can pick up a $25,000 account for like $15. So, I mean, and that gets you the data. You can't even pretty much get data for that. So I would suggest to use it as a teaching tool, even if you don't need access to the money. I mean, that's what I would do. But don't do what I would do. All right. Now, again, we have not got any kind of retracement that makes us short of a new high viable, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just some made up bullshit of whatever that is. And we'll see what happens here. See how they just start buying right up. But Arun, what you can do is go over to my website and just sign up for a trial here. By the way, what happened with Top Step X? Oh, we're crushing it. We're crushing. Let's just close. Does that work? Oh, my goodness. And crushing again. There we go. What does that number say? I can't even read it with my glass. I think it says 6. I can't read it. It's very small. Can we make this screen bigger? There we go. 676. 676. I traded one mini in there, by the way, so I cheated on you guys. Bump, 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 bump. Below 112, ZN. Tell them where you got it. Oh, this is nuts. Why am I not? See, what the hell? All we got is the Dow. We gonna make our money back on the Dow. Maybe we will. We'll see. Maybe we will. All right, top step X, we are flat, and we're done there. Trade of 8, we just have the 2 short MYM. Now we got a little sellers coming in. Temporarily. We need to sell 460s here, right here. 460 quarter. So we'll sell that. And then on the NASDAQ, Nazi's back inside range. God, look how much we're down here. It's okay. We're coming back. Coming back to VWAP. All right. I'm going to take this here. Then we just have our, let's see, 25,451. And I'm going to take this at the plus ones as well. So we'll see if we get there at the plus ones. Oh, he's all done talking? All right. So maybe that means that there's just as much randomness as there was before. Just as much randomness as there was before. All right. I said I was going to stick around till 1 o'clock, and I guess I will. So we'll just trade our way around this silliness. Have some fun with it. You got to have fun. How about over here in the room? Let's do our P&L and EC scores. How'd you guys do? G0. There we go. Not stressed at all. Got it all under control. The ZN goes down a little bit more. I'll be less stressed. Do I sound stressed? I'm not stressed anymore. I just don't care anymore. I care in a way that is just about my pride. Come on here. You need to close right in this area right in here, because then I can hedge this out a little bit. Right in here, baby. All right. Don't do this at home either, but I'm going to get one of these on right here. Nah, I can't do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I am going to do it. Here we go. We'll do that. 802s. Okay. There we go. Come on up to 802s. minus $3 today. That ain't bad, Tom, with all this silliness going on. Minus $3. I think we're not flat here. What do we got? We got the MES. Got the MES going on. So, and then I did place an order here on the MNQ at some ridiculous price, right? 832s. We'll buy a pullback to the 650s there if we get there. Die, Nazi, die. Ah. Well, pops right back up. It pops right back up. You know what I need over here is we need the Dow Jones to go down a little bit. Small R over here, but a little more than I like. A little more than I like. Daddy don't like. We're going to buy a pullback to VWAP here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Phil asked early about a meaningful pullback, and I said to VWAP, another thing you can use is about, 25, 30% ATR. So 25% ATR on the NASDAQ right now would be, 60 points-ish in there, 55 points. So a 55-point move. 64s down to 49s to 50s, that's 15 points. That's definitely enough. That's almost 40%, 35% ATR. So you get little movements like that. Little movements like that. Let me see if I can get another one. There we go. They're like freaking buried over here. Once there was a way. All right. We got
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
back in our friends over here at Bull and Ox.
Order submitted.
But we definitely like the decline there. All right. It sounds like I got filled on something here. Oh, we're all flat. All right, cool. So we hit the plus. We hit the plus. What do we hit? Plus ones here on the MES. So what I don't like about TradingView is it doesn't keep your profits for the day here, does it? Is there any way to see the profits for the day? I'd have to log in probably to. I'd have to log into Tradeovate over here. Let me do that. Let me log into Tradeovate. unless you guys know, someone might know. All right, this is a little better here. It's still really bad, but it's a little better. I have to take one here. And then now I can resell up here. Fall. Fall on me. Oh, I love this drop now. This drop is nice. Very nice. The account summary at the bottom. There we go. See, that's all I do. I just have to ask. So before I open that up, account summary at the bottom. How come mine says profit of 0? Account summary. You mean right here? So it shows my balance, but not my profit for the day. Someone else? No? Does anybody else know? Do you know how it works? Who knows how it works? Okay. I have an opportunity to get this under 100 here. I'm going to log into this right here, and we'll just see how it works. I am signed in. I'm signed in. It shows the P&L when you're in a position, but not when I'm flat. I don't know. Let's look at it here. I think I made $100. $238.59, baby. $238.59. What we're going to do here is we're going to buy one of these back.
Order filled.
And we're going to get our total loss here to 62, which is manageable. Manageable. God. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Held that short. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. What are you going to do? All right. So here, we're going to buy the pullback to VWAP. And then we're going to see. This is selling into the hole a little bit, but should allow me to do it. It did. All right. So that helped. That is a guarantee that the NASDAQ goes up from here. Guarantee. Welcome to this episode of Self-Deprecating Rod. Selling into the hole in the middle of the muck in the worst possible space. I do it for you guys. For the sake of entertainment. For you guys. Maybe we get up this swing level here. Boom, boom. Here we go. Just touch the plus ones. Profitainment. I think they call it on Topstep. They call it tradertainment. I like that term. Okay, tradertainment. Here's the deal, gang. If you know what you're doing, and I don't, this being long or short right here on the NASDAQ is terrible. There's no level. We're finally back in the middle of the muck. But now that's a deep enough retracement. Look at Art putting up some numbers. Damn. Damn. I'm going to download this shit and put it on YouTube. Hold on. Not officially put it on YouTube, but you know what I mean. That is sexy. That is sexy. There we go. So you'll see it on YouTube here. let me see here. What other questions do we have? Have you gained experience in Forex trading in the past? And have you ever tried? Forex is awful. Friends don't let friends trade Forex. By the way, is my camera that blurry? Every time I look over here, it looks blurry as shit, but hopefully it's not that blurry. I'm trying to blur out the background so you can't see the sex garden that I have back there. Even if all bears shorts exit, still it won't fall as Fed rate hike. Mohammed, that sounds like you're trying to do some sort of predictive behavior. Don't worry about that. Who cares? It's all random. What's my preferred platform? It's TT, which I don't show in here. So it's Trading Technologies is my preferred platform. But according to Ninja, Ninja is my preferred platform. So if you hear from Ninja, I wouldn't have enough time to tell you why I don't like Forex. What's funny about Forex is that Forex isn't even Forex anymore. All Forex is now is just guys trading CFDs. So they say they're Forex traders, but they're not trading any Forex pairs. They're trading CFDs like the US 30 or oil or gold or whatever, which is so silly because CFD is about the worst manipulated data feed you can possibly trade. But, have at it. Anyway, that is a sexy P&L. That is a sexy P&L.
Order filled. Order filled.
Totally out of sync over here. That's how I roll. Yeah, there's just too many reasons to. How about my Forex funds? Do you need to know anything else about what you might think about prop programs? Oh, but there's FTMO. Oh, yeah. Those guys were so concerned they were going to get shut down. They had to go buy not one, but two entire prop firms, like real prop firms. And if I'm not mistaken, Art 819 is mostly trading just a little bigger size with micros. I don't think those are any minis. Maybe you put on a mini every once in a while, but see, I sold that shit in the hole just for you guys. Now I'm going to ruin my day over here too. Join the ask.
Order filled.
The S&P went up to. No, we got a little room there. Got a little room. Oh, just brutal.
Order submitted.
It was all going so right until it wasn't.
Order filled.
All right, we're stopped out there. Let's go here.
Order submitted.
We're just racking up some green in these little Bullinox accounts. The TDG way. Look, it's Zachary. Bam. Zach, that's not micros. Is that micros? Are you cheating? Are you cheating a little bit? That's a big ass G day. Guys having some cheat days? You know, you did your leg day, you're maintaining your diet, but then you have a cheat day. That looks like a cheat day, but I'm all for it. Okay, so no minis. Awesome. So those are micros, and then you trade the ZT. Oh my goodness, that's Damn, I love that. Must have caught a nice long on the ZT, right? Did you catch a nice long in there? Order filled. Oh, did I get stopped out there? Okay. All right, we're gonna do the same thing here. Put in a buy limit here. Dude, I'm just getting fried over here now again. I'm joking. I'm exaggerating. We're not getting fried. We're okay. I'm gonna short this NASDAQ over in this account then. I'm gonna catch this sucker. What do we need to be at? We need to be at the +2s. 780s. God dang. All the way up to 780s. All right, here we go. 780s. 780 quarter. So let me show you what I just did. Damn ass simple, right? Take this number right here, 780, and then just rest an order, 780.75, and you just rest an order over here on your dome. Done. You can trade multiple accounts that way. Got to tell you, I'm not thrilled with. You know what did it is when I sold in the hole for you guys. I sold that shit right in the hole. But Rod, you're long. No, I'm not. I'm short. This is just a bullshit demo account. All these are bullshit. Oh, this one's funded. Who cares? All right. How much more of a rally do we need? And not only that, the rates are dropping again. Damn it. Tina, eat your food. All right, well, I'm going to take one of these here. I'm just going to take one of those and take one of these. This thing, I do not want to be making money on this. Damn it. All right, there we go. Buy low here again. Tina, eat your food. All right. Go all the way up to +2s here. All right, Top Steph X, we want to make sure we have no orders, right? So I would look for, don't think I have any orders here. All right. Decent day there. We made $545. No, we didn't. We made 676, so it must have been down $100 or something. Over here, we're sucking ass. Gonna fight back. And over here on Elite Trader Funding, we are done for the day. Let's make sure we have no working orders. We do. So we're going to cancel those. This is going to be way inside baseball, but like if you guys log into 2 different Tradeovate accounts, it's going to save the settings for the first one you're logged in on. So if you're over here trading a 5 lot on the group thing, make sure you don't log into Elite Trader Funding and then place a trade because your domes all say 5 lots. And you'd be screwed. That would be 5 times the size that you're trying to do, right? So don't do that. So the question is, if you're entering orders at this time of the day, won't you have to close them out by 5 p.m. Eastern? So in the prop programs, that varies. Apex lets you keep trades open till 1 minute before the 6 p.m. Eastern close. I think they're the only firm that allows that, but I'm not sure. And I think they also have an automatic liquidation feature so you can't even violate that rule anymore. So you can just be a total bozo and just hold all your losers right into the close, and then they'll shut you down. So that's kind of nice. But most firms, I believe you have to be flat by 3:15 Central or 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. 1:15 out here on the left coast. But if you have a live account and you have infinite money like I do, you can hold losers as long as you'd like. Because all you need to do is be able to meet the maintenance margin. But let's talk about what we are focused on, which is these prop programs. So in the prop programs, you do need to be essentially most of them flat by 3:15 Central Standard Time. So, and remember, only losers hold losers. And a hold means holding it past the day trading session. Says the guy that is short close to 8 MNQ. All right, so we're going to come here and we'll go here. And I believe that, all right, we're all out of that. Look at this. We still have a, damn. Anyone catch that little move? Down, up, down, up. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Nice, very nice. Oh, whoops. I don't want to sell stop here. I thought I was still in a position there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Caught a bit of that NQ. All right. Well, it's official. The ZN's going to close right about 112, right on the number. Crush my soul. Speaking of crushing my soul, '60s. Oh, let's go back up to half there. So this spot right here is about the worst spot you could possibly have done something, which I did. Basically the worst spot. It's a meaningless turning point, but now it becomes a little bit of a swing level. All right, so let's go ahead and cancel these orders here. So far VWAP not touched. Patrick's level of whatever it was, 5% chance, looking pretty good. Hey, over there on YouTube, hit the like button. 2 likes. I can't survive with 2 likes. Let's see here. So we already badmouthed Forex. The spread is awful. Tanya's saying, so you're trading Bullinox now? I thought you only trade Apex. We have everything. We have everything under the sun. Everything under the sun. Let's take a look at how many connections we have here. I'll bring this over for you guys to see. I wanted to take it off. I took it off the screen for a little bit because I connected a couple other accounts and I didn't want to show those. So we have, ready? We have Apex. I have 2 different Apexes. You can't have 2 different Apexes, so don't do that. Bullinox, earned a trade, Elite Trader Funding. I have my own prop firm at Interactive Brokers. Lilu, this is a personal account. This is Ninja Trader. Take Profit, Tick Tick, Trade Funder, and You Profit. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? And we even have a couple that are underneath the starting balance over there on Bullinox, which is really rare, but you know, I'm a bozo a little bit. And I trade them not because I'm trying to get funded at all these firms and show payouts and all this stuff. It's not part of the gig. The gig is just to kind of stay in touch with most of these firms because I've done content on them and I've recommended them in the past. And to this day, I still say the same thing. I would say that any of those firms, there's differences between all of them. People have their favorites or whatever, but they're going to pay you out. They do what they say they're going to do, and they're good value for money. So whether you want to go Apex, Bullinox, Earn to Trade, Elite Trader Funding. The only one I don't think I can really recommend anymore is Lilu. It's a bit of a parlor game. I wouldn't go with Lilu. There's better opportunities in Lilu because Lilu still has an added trade evade. I don't know if they ever will. Like, that's ridiculous to me. So then Take Profit is a great alternative. Like if I was going to suggest two rhythmic trade evade ones to have, it would be Take Profit and Apex, because Take Profit has the most liberal payout policies. Do I touch crypto? Yeah, but not really as trading. So we have a crypto channel here, and I'm starting to chirp a little bit, which means we're probably at some recent highs. But I've started to chirp a little bit about HNT. So I joke that if HNT goes back to 50, I'm not trading with you guys anymore, but this was a 50% move. Look at that. Damn. 8 hours moved up a lot. It's hovering around. So I have my but just a little while ago, I had FU forever money because of crypto until Ehrlich and the geniuses over at Voyager crushed my world. You can go back and look at a thing on my YouTube channel over here. Where is it? Right here. Where is it? I don't know. What year? What would it have been about? Summer 22 or something? Don't want to talk to you. When did I do that video on HNT? I don't know. Go find the video on HNT. So I own a shit ton of HNT, like a lot more than I'd like to admit. Come on! Not going down. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. 2 more minutes till market on close. Two more minutes, market on close. Yeah, Voyager was, and it's not because of the crypto. It's because I own the stock. At one point, I owned almost 4% of the company, so that wasn't good. And at its height, I think it had maybe a $700 million valuation. But easy come, easy go. Now I'm a kombucha millionaire, so it's okay. All right, one more minute. Get our MOC little reaction. So maybe get a little reaction here. See if everyone wants to buy at these high highs. God darn it. We had that into under $60 and I went and screwed it up. That's okay. Can't be too results oriented.
Order filled.
Order filled on what? New highs for the Dow. Right up at the high, huh? Damn it. Look at this Dow. Look at that. Get you some of that. All right, we're going to just close this, hopefully at the highs. Think we can get there? Come on. 47.63s. Go. Go, go, go. It was a fun run. It was a fun run.
Order filled.
All right, we have a
Order filled.
order filled. Who do you think did the voice for that? I think that was a real person, and they just made it like. I think it was a real person. Are you a real person? All right. I'm going to hammer some new highs if it comes up here to this.
Order submitted.
Come get me.
Order submitted.
Let's do some funny money trading. Does that sound like a British voice? So I like every part of Rock Bottom's comment except means. None of it means anything. There's no means to anything in the market, gang. If it's going up, it just means there's more buyers than sellers. Oh, it's short covering. The puts are getting hit. That's then this, that, and the squeezy and the. I like that guy on. Speaking of FX, there is one guy that creates FX content. I can't remember his name. I think it's Sean. He's like some bald guy, and he's funny. He's like the institutional flow Wagyu beef, whatever. It's just like people make up all this nonsense for price action. If you want to be doing it right, this is all you got to do. We'll close that. Sell this line right here. Right here. Buy this line right here. Right here. That's it. That's all you got to do. Control risk in between. Sell here. Buy here. Sometimes buy here. Sometimes that's a target. There you go. Just taught you a strategy. Thank you very much. Come on, S&P. Bail me out a little bit. All right, got 5 minutes left. If you have any further questions, ask them on YouTube or ask them over here in the trade room. Damn you, Dow. Damn you, Dow. Oh, we're going to hit that 54.75s. Come to Butthead. Maybe we can make a new high and take one last one off at R3s. What do you think? Can we get R3s? I think we got potential. Yeah, James Earl Jones working for a trade of 8 now. I agree. There we go. We hit one. I'll get this thing to rocket higher. Here's how I do it. You just do a little demo trade here, here, and here. That generally gets it to go higher. What's a Ricky Schroeder reversal? Is that one of those things? Wagyu beef institutional order flow, mixed delta divergent oscillator, Ricky Schroeder reversal, put covering short call ratio. Question about manual versus algo. Here in the trade room and for trading and education purposes, I do all point-and-click manual trading. For the vast majority of my stuff, my entries are all automated, but that we don't do that here in the room. I have a video on YouTube that showed an older strat that I used to run a little bit that was automated based on, we wrote the script on logic on Bloodhound with a Bloodhound template. Think this Nasdaq's good for like a 30-point ripper into the close? Did you see how it closed? How it closed on yesterday, right? Did a little rip-a-dipper, rippy-dippy. All right, there we go. I told you I'd help you go. I'd help it go higher for you.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
But here's where we're supposed to sell, right here. That's where we're supposed to short. What goes up only goes up.
Order filled.
That was a nice bounce right off the 726s. As if this close in the ZN is not going to be bad enough because it's going to close over 112. You can see them. They're buying it like crazy. Then I have an hour and a half with a bunch of my bookkeepers and tax people that I have to deal with starting at 1:30. Ugh. What a fun afternoon. Here comes 67s. Come on, 67s. Why don't we just blow through 16.8 on the NASDAQ? That'd be nice. A little 16.8 blow through. A blow by. All right, we sold one there. Not thrilled with that. The other day you mentioned sim account as a leader. They can't see any prop accounts, so you can use whatever you want. You can use whatever you want. All right, there's straight up 8 o'clock. Straight up 8 o'clock. That's what I always say when we end the room. This is straight up 1 o'clock now. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Central Time. Central Standard Time. All right, everybody, that'll be it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Anybody that wants to, whoops, see ya. There we go. Make sure you stay green. Trade like you mean it. Pretty fun session. Everyone over there on YouTube, come on in and see what we do. Monday through Friday, 6:15 to 8. All right. Rock and roll. See you later. Bye-bye.
Order filled.
God damn it.
Order filled. Order filled.
I don't know what's going on here, but that's not a good day. What is going on here? I'm trying to end this stream.